What is going on, guys? It's me, Severin7, and today we're going to be playing Joda Humans! It's been a while since I've played this on the channel. It's my favorite deck, my favorite archetype, and I finally think I have found the magic concoction that makes this deck work, and it has been feeling real good in this meta against everything I've been playing and testing so far. So we're going to put it through 40 games, see how it does in the ladder. Let's get right into that deck list. All right, here we are, Joda Humans, my all-time favorite archetype. I love this deck so much, and it lost a lot during the last rotation, and I think it's finally gotten enough interesting and good new legendary humans to make this deck work, and I think I finally found the secret sauce that will bring us victory in the current meta. So it's complicated, so we're going to go over it a little bit quickly, but the main point of the deck is Joda the Unifier, which is a 5-color 5/5 human wizard that says legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control, which makes him a fantastic anthem. And then whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, you basically get to cascade into another legendary creature of lesser mana value onto the battlefield straight away, which grows the team even more. So the Joda's an absolute house. And we got Secluded Courtyard back in Foundations, which we lost Secluded Courtyard in the last rotation. So having, again, 12 5-color human lands is amazing in Plaza of Heroes, Cavern of Souls, and Secluded Courtyard. We never are struggling to cast any of these creatures. But just in case, we are still running a couple of Relic of Legends, just to make sure that we're always hitting our colors. We've got 2 Skrelv in the deck as honorary humans. The Skrelv is just so important to help protect our early creatures, to make sure that once we play our Joda, we have enough creatures to buff to win. And then a whole bunch of 1/2s and a couple of 3-ofs. The reason that there's such a sporadic amount of different kinds of creatures is so that when we do actually have to play a Joda and then rely on that cascade trigger, we're not continually cascading into creatures that we already have on the battlefield. So the most important ones that we have for protection are Skrelv, Jarina, Malira, which all help protect our creatures and make it difficult for our opponent to kill them. And then we've also got Urtai Resurrected, is probably one of the best humans in the deck for countering things. I cannot tell you how many games we just play, Skrelv 2-drop, 3-drop, and then wait until our opponent tries to cast a board wipe, counter it with Urtai, and win the game on the next turn. It's amazing. Comball Profiteering Mayor, amazing in this format. There is so many tokens going around. We got demon tokens coming from the enchantment. We've got treasure tokens all over the place. Otter tokens all over the place. Comball is a house right now. The life gain and drain is really awesome, and getting copies of all of our opponent's awesome tokens is really great. Alesha has been a great addition, as it's pretty easy to play a 2-drop and then attack, and if they maybe killed a Skrelv, or we discarded something with a Rona, we can just get it back with Alesha. So Rona's very, very good in this deck too, for being able to make sure we can filter through our deck. It also pairs nicely with Relic of Legends, because we can tap her for mana with Relic of Legends, play a creature, and then she untaps due to her untap ability. And then a couple of Lorna of the Third Path in the list to help deal with problematic enchantments. Mishra to help with some life gain, because it pairs very nicely with Anim Bakal and making lots and lots of tokens and gaining a lot of life. Alana, Elena Partners. This was another card that we lost. Be careful, because this is the previous version. So if you have the Foundations version of this, make sure you swap that out before you craft this deck. Because I'm still using the Innistrad version. But we lost this during the last rotation too, and that was a huge hit to this deck. And having this back has been fantastic, as it curves perfectly into Joda. Being able to play this and then play Joda, give Joda haste and buff him up to like a 15/15 is awesome. Rip Spawn Hunter has also been quite nice, because with Relic of Legends we can play Rip Spawn Hunter and then tap him, play a 2-drop, look at the top 4 cards of our library, and get a couple of creatures. And then Anti-Flash Veteran and Wandering Rescuer are our flash threats to go along with Urtai that we can play on our opponent's turn. So if we're in a position where we're trying to fight through counter spells, and we do not have Cavern of Souls, which again, Cavern of Souls is amazing against counter spells. We can get back creatures from our graveyard with Annie, and we can protect our creatures with Wandering Rescuer. And her having double strike is pretty sweet, because we can give her trample with Inti and put counters on her with Helena. The deck's just nuts. If I keep talking about it, I'll never shut up. The mana base is a pretty complicated one because we're trying to make sure that we can cast all of our spells if we do not hit our 12 5-color lands. But it's mostly fast lands and pain lands and a couple of basics, so that way if our opponent does happen to demolition field us, we do have something to fetch. But yeah, the deck is awesome. This has felt so good. It's fun. It is very expensive because these are almost all rares and mythics. So definitely a money deck, but it's great. So we're going to put it through 40 games and see how it does in the ladder. And if you enjoy this deck, if you think it looks cool and you like what you see during the games, please make sure you take a quick moment to hit that like and subscribe button. All those help, and I appreciate you. Let's get into those games. All right, let's show them that Joda's back. Swayze. Oh boy, content creator showdown. See if we can actually put up a fight. We get to go first. Wonder what Swayze's cooking up. I don't want to give away what I'm doing right away, but Flowering Swordmaster. All right, let's get Malira down since that's probably got the best probability of blocking stuff. Looks like just Boros, mice. Sheltered with Ghost. No? Monstrous Rage. As expected. Basically turning the Swordmaster into a non-hasty Swift Spear. Cheeky House Mouse. You got it. We're going to play Ball and get in there for 3. That way, if he makes any more tokens, we can drain. I'm sure at this point, though, because he's got to be running Shelter with Ghost. So I'm sure we're going to see that soon. Cheeky House Mouse, yep. If we get Monstrous Raged, we get Monstrous Raged. Burst Lightning. I will gladly sacrifice Malira to keep Ball around because he can actually do a lot of work for us. On human. Now the question is, do we play Helana Elena or do we play Wandering Rescuer? I think what we do is we play Wandering Rescuer. We're still at 11. He's got 3 cards. That's his first pain-free source of white, so he's done a lot of damage to himself. Mabel, that's actually pretty sweet because we get the equipment. Ball. Oh, that's so sweet. He's trying to decide whether it's worth it. Helana Elena. Corel Defector Might. We're at 12. He has 1 card. But popping that onto this, I think we have to hold back 1 more turn. Because that'll pump everything if he equips it to the Flowerfoot Swordmaster. The next turn, as long as we survive and Wandering Rescuer survives. See if he drew the double strike, the Manifold mouse. Nope. Okay. So therein lies the question: is what is that last card? Or 12. Actually, wait. Hold up. We're almost getting ahead of ourselves here. Opponent's forgetting about combo. As per usual. GG. It was a pleasure, Swayze. Nice. Yoda. All right. Shocking 01. Let us show them the power of the unified humans. They get to go first. This is a little slow. This is better, but risky. I think I'll put back Rona. We have literally 12 5-color lands in the deck, so the likelihood that we cannot find a third land that lets us cast at least one of our 3-drops is pretty unlikely. Hired Claw. There we go. That lets us cast any of our things. Raging Battle Mouse. You got it, buddy. Human. Lyra. See what they've got. This is gonna be tough. Them being on the play is just always difficult for us. Framing Nemesis is fine. If that's all he attacks with, I will block. Okay. Opponent plays a land. No blocks. Monstrous Rage. Turn inside out? Sure. Owie. Opponent's gonna level up their claw. And play a Manifold Mouse. Very cool. We're gonna attack like this. We're gonna pass a turn, and then we'll plan on flashing and Wandering Rescuer to block that Battle Mouse. Really? Guess the great question is, does he have a Monstrous Rage? I feel like if he did, he would have attacked with the Battle Mouse. Not wasting his mana intelligently. All right, Urtai lets us destroy Screaming Nemesis, which is awesome. So I think at this point, what we do is we get rid of Screaming Nemesis so that that's out of our way. Opponent Witch Stalker frenzies. It comes back. Go ahead and get him with a Neem. Corner blocks. And then we still have a Sweet Blocker, and they can't target our Neem Pakal. And if we... Lightning Strike is annoying. It does mean they get to get something through. If they want. They do not. Alright, so we're going to play Halana Elen at this point. Being safe because that still wouldn't have been lethal because they could have just blocked the two big things and took 6. And I don't want to somehow manage to die to some ridiculous combo of some kind. Did we beat Mono Red on the play? Did we do it? We did it! We beat Mono Red on the play! Nice! GG. Dojo. We get to go first. That's my favorite thing to say. We get to go first. I like to go first every day. Laza. More red. All right. Can we outrun them? Come on, Mishra. I would love to have you off the top. Hopefully the opponent will just play a mouse and swing and call it a day. Nope, they're gonna shock our Inti. Well, that's just rude. That was the worst possible outcome. Suppose we'll just play Kellen. Rockface Village. So they just have a lightning strike. That would be unfortunate, but they don't have removal. We might have a shot. Relic of Legends is just going to be too slow in this matchup. Emberheart Challenger. Okay, so they can't cast any non-creature spells, so that's good. All right, so we play Halana Elena. Counters on the Traveler, no attacks. Gotta play it safe or they're just gonna smash our face. Halana Elena gives us a first striking blocker, so forces them to think about where they, because they want to target their Emberheart Challenger. And now they have to consider that if they do that, then we might be able to get their higher claw. Screaming Nemesis is annoying. We can't do anything about that right now. 100% not blocking that. Alright. Cavern of Souls on human. Let's go ahead and play this relic, get it down. Counters. Let's attack with Kellen so that we can draw cards. We don't need to attack with we'll put that in the graveyard. Don't need to attack with a Neem Pakal. And at this point, they have to kill us in the next turn more than likely, because otherwise it's gonna start getting too much damage. Mountain. I mean, one monstrous rage could just wreck our day. So, I mean, we have to hope that we get lucky enough that they don't draw that. They're smartly tapping their rock face. All right. Double strike. It's a land. That's fantastic. That means Kalana Elena can still get it. Yep. Another Emberheart Challenger. Oh my gosh, we are just drawing lands and lands and lands. Oh, the Screaming Nemesis. Ooh, combo. Nice. So he can block with the Screaming Nemesis and stop us from ever gaining life again if he wants. And then he can try to take out Halana Elena, but we do have the ability to protect it with a Plaza of Heroes. Opponent is just blocking wide. Choosing not to block with the Screaming Nemesis in a way that's really that helpful to him. Alright, so how do we want to deal with this? We want to get rid of Challenger and Mouse. Okay, now we can't ever gain life again, which is annoying. Because it does mean Combo will not help us rebuild, but our opponent has to deal 12 damage and they do not have 12 damage on board right now. We have a lot coming at them next turn. And they'll still lose the life from Combo also, even if we don't gain it. We get a token copy of that. So that's even more damage for us. Opponent has to hit a burns. They have to hit something nah, they don't even. Like, shock sucks, but we have such a big blocker here, it doesn't matter. So we literally just block everything but one of the little guys in the Nemesis. Opponent's trying to figure out a way to do it. Unfortunately, I think we got you, buddy. Well, unfortunately for them, it's fortunate for us. Anytime we can take down mono red feels good, right? All right. Yep. And they just roll over. Math. We get 8 tokens. Is that actually enough? So 8, 12. It's not. Oh no. Wait, no, we get 9 tokens. Plus he's gonna lose a life from the mayor. He can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we win. Because we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 attackers, and he only has 6 blockers, which means no matter what, 11 damage should get through. Opponent not blocking the bigger creature makes no sense. They're trying to keep all their stuff alive is what they're doing, and they're hoping that they can 10 us in the face with the Screaming Nemesis, but Unfortunately, that trigger does not happen until damage is done. GG. 2 mono red decks. Down for the count. Sasha. Let's go, Sasha. I got humans. We get to go first. I'm going to keep this because as long as Rona survives, we can kind of filter our way through this. Also going to play a forest on one because why not? That makes me feel less excited about my odds. Well, they didn't have a cut down. That's good news. The dream here is that they don't kill our Rona and we get to go... Oh. The dream never lives. Alright, Relic, Skrelv. This at least means we can cast Joda next turn no matter what, but probably into a huge amount of removal. That's probably like 2 more swamps and 50 removal spells for all we know. Unholy Annex is annoying. Human. Okay, so we played Jarina, and then we can still play Joda. How about them apples? And we can still protect him because we can sacrifice Jarina. This is pretty good news. And then we untap with Skrelv, so Skrelv can continue to protect Joda. Hopefully we draw a creature that we can cast so we can get the Cascade trigger off Joda. This is one of those rare cases where we don't slam Joda with a board full of legends and just win on the spot, and we've got to kind of use Joda's second ability to build. So, absolutely not. Opponent takes 2. We draw another Jarina. That's pretty nice. Exile their graveyard, and then we will cast another Joda to try to get like a nice trigger. Get something good. That's amazing. That might be game. Keep the one that's not... Oh, it doesn't matter because it's going to get haste from this. Oh, it's so close to game. 1 point off. Don't think it's going to matter. If he has Deadly Cover-Up, Jarina protects us from everything pretty much, unless he has double removal spell. And then even if he does, we're still left over with Halana, Elena, and Skrelv, which will be enough to kill him. And if he doesn't put a demon on the field, he's going to die to his own Annex trigger. So all hope is lost for our opponent. The deal has been sealed. Oh, come on. Did they salty scoop? If they left, I'll just fast forward through the rest of this. Opponent came back and gave us the GGs. On to the next one. Jar Jar. Misa Jar Jar Bing. I'm sure I just made about half my viewers cringe, but that's okay. We get to go first. We don't have anything to play in front of an Impakal, which feels real bad. Am I willing to risk that we draw something? I don't know. I think we got a mulligan. As much as like I don't dislike this hand, this is better. We need good lands, but I have faith. We can at least cast Arena and Combo with any land off the top. Firing Vantage and Authority of the Consuls. That's annoying. We need lands. Come on, lands. Clockwork Percussionist. An interesting inclusion in a deck full of Authority of the Consuls. We found the land. Combo. Profiteering Mare. All right, let's snatch that 2 life that they've gained back. Is this a split up deck? That's what I wonder. Arabella. Okay. All right. Well, if we can find another land. Hey, we're doing the thing. And now we're net gaining on our opponent, and our Mishra is better than their Arabella, in my opinion. Opponent takes the block. Now we can sacrifice Jarina to protect Mishra and then get her back with Alesha next turn, which is awesome. Resolute Reinforcements, sure. We get one too. So thank you for also increasing our drain count. Does hurt, but I think we're doing it better. I shouldn't have attacked with Jarina. That was a mistake. Oh, they didn't block anyway. That was a mistake, though. I should not have attacked with Jarina because I didn't have enough mana to play Alesha afterwards. Warden of the Inner Sky. Sure. Ah! Okay, are we dead? 2, so 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that exactly 18? You gotta be kidding me. That's exactly 18. Wow. That was some good luck from our opponent. Oh well. GG. Maxacell. It's Joda time. We go first. Not the most exciting hand we could have asked for, but could be worse. What is our opponent playing? It looks like, I was gonna say looks like mono black, but I'm wrong apparently. All right, come on, third land off the top. Rule. Invasion of Urgamon. One with the multiverse. We found the land. All right, so we got a Jarina to exile that, but what reanimation spell are they using? Abuelo? One with the multiverse is probably the least scary. I'm still gonna get rid of it now, though. And then we can play a Neem Pakal. Opponent's trying to figure out how all of our protection stuff works. All right, so no reanimation target for the moment. Get down a Neem Pakal. They'll have protection for a Neem Pakal. Come on, opponent. Let us do the thing. Beautiful. And then we attack with Kellen. Start making gnome dudes. Opponent says, nice. I feel like they are quite vexed by our suite of protection here, because they want to get rid of Jarina, but we can protect Jarina with Skrelv, and then getting rid of Skrelv doesn't get rid of any of our other stuff, so. And we exiled their thing. I don't even, like, in Gruul, what are they reanimating with? Very curious. They must be playing Naya. The only thing I can think of. I mean, they get colored mana from this as well, but yep, there's the plains. So they must have been playing Abuelo's Awakening. Okay, well, we don't need to do anything anymore. We literally just sit back and do this until they do something, and we'll leave that on top. That's one of the reasons I love this deck so much, because like we're only running a little bit of non-creature removal in the deck, but Urtai is just so good because like I don't even have to play any more spells because my board state is already in a position where it's just going to keep getting more and more oppressive for the opponent. And we just counter anything they play. Opponent gives us the GGs. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All right, we're back for the post-game wrap. So 40 games, 68%. This has been my best performance in quite a while. I have not had a deck over 65% for a video for you guys in quite some time, so I'm very proud that it's my favorite deck that happened to get here. And we did good against the meta decks too. This was not a case of playing a whole bunch of jank. We played 8 mono red decks, 63%. We played 5 Boros decks, 60% against them. We played 4 mono black decks, 75% win rate against them. We played 3 Dimir decks, 67% against them, 50% against Oculus, 50% against, I mean, all good. Like, look at this, almost all green except for 3 games. 3 games down here to like domain, weird stuff. And everything else, we are either broke even or positive win rate. So this deck is just crushing it against the entire meta. And I know you're probably sitting here going, Severin, this deck doesn't have hardly any non-creature spells in it. How are you winning without removal and without, you know, counter spells and things like that? Well, that's where things just protecting all of our stuff with Skrelvs and Maliras and Jarinas. It just, the deck is all about just running our opponent over before they can get anything done. And our entire deck is so disruptive. It's all over the place, so it's keeping our opponents on their toes because they don't know what's coming next. They don't even know what half of these creatures do. And we have so many ways to draw cards and get extra benefits out of all of our creatures. Even the one of Satori the Infiltrator draws us cards whenever we get a trigger off Joda, or if we get something back from the graveyard with Annie the Flash, or you know what, if it comes into play with Malira. All kinds of different little just crazy little interactions that make this deck so awesome. And if you have all this stuff laying around, I highly recommend trying this out. Be careful crafting this because my list does have some of the older versions. Well, actually, no, this one is showing Elena partners with foundation symbol, so that's good. But yeah, this deck is great. It's awesome. I'm so happy right now because this has just been my favorite archetype forever. I'm excited to see what the new set brings to this deck, so keep your eyes out for an updated version of this list shortly after the release of Aether Drift. If you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing it for you, I hope you'll take a quick moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every single one of those counts, and I greatly appreciate all of you who've made it this far with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.